open up?
Yeah, what were your general thoughts on the game?
I thought that we had a slow start, and I think that their pressure and their pressing and their trapping in the half court, I think it had us on our heels a little bit. But once we got our ground, we were able to set the tone, and then we didn't look back from there. But this is an opportunity for us to take this film against a very good D3 team with a very good coach, and we can break it down and see all the areas that we have to clean things up within on the offensive end and on the defensive side of the ball. I thought that everyone played well. We had pockets of play where it was kind of like, what's going on? But you have to go through those moments in order for us to get to our glory. So we'll break everything down. Everyone will learn from our mistakes, and we'll enhance the things that we've done well in order for us to be the team that I know that we can be.
That is a good team. They're a very good D3 team, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
So you're happy. Okay, that's usually your coaches aren't happy after exhibitions.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, people were playing 30, 35 minutes a game.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone played over like 21 tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how it's going to be?
I would love for it to be that way. And if it is that way, then that means that the production is happening at the efficient rate that I'm looking for it to happen on the court. So now that we can keep rotations, we can be fluid in our rotations, and we can change up our lineups at the drop of a dime, and we can be able to attack in different ways, offensively and defensively. Although we were missing a few players that we're accustomed to seeing in the lineup, I still think that everyone played a pretty solid game of basketball today. And I'm going to celebrate all the small stuff that we have in front of us, because everything we went through last year, that was hell. It was hell. I think we're experiencing a little bit of heaven right now.
Brianna or Mari, could you all sort of speak to how, for one thing, how did it feel to see fans that aren't masked up and social distance and all that? Just how did you feel playing today?
It felt really good to have our fans back in the house. Last year we only had 250 fans, so it was way different, way quieter. It was good to see a big crowd out here tonight, and just to know that we have people in the community coming to support us.
How about you, Brianna?
Just personally seeing my whole family come to the first game, I'm just happy to be back home, and they can come to as many games as possible.
Yeah, that is pretty cool, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it? You've got you want to talk about Maggie? Is she how are Maggie and Asia?
Everyone is doing well. I'm not going to get into the details of what's going on with them personally, but everyone is in a very good place. We're progressing as I would like for us to, and you'll see them on the court eventually. But I want to piggyback off of the comment that they made. I think it's tremendous for us to be able to be back at home under normal circumstances, and I'll put that in my air quotation marks. But I want the community as a whole to come out and support, because we have a tremendous team with tremendous women that are gifted in what they do on this basketball court. And if you are a fan of basketball, you shouldn't just be a fan of men's basketball. You should be a fan of basketball, period. If you buy season tickets for the men, buy season tickets for the women too, because there's two very good shows in town. And I think that these women work hard enough to where they should be afforded the luxury of running out into a gym filled to capacity, or maybe even 3,000. I'll take that. I don't think that's a lot to ask, especially with the momentum that they had in Nikki McCray-Penson's departure. And then with what we did in the end of the season last year, everyone should be excited about what's to come for this program. So I want them to come out and support.
You guys do play an up-tempo, very attractive style of basketball with a lot of athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes, we do. And we have tremendous athleticism. Like, who wouldn't love to see Amari Young jump at her highest height every single time for every rebound? And for Brianna to be the monster that she is in the paint, I think it's a beautiful brand of basketball that people are missing out on because they're just used to the occasional dunk or I don't know, but we have everything else that the men's game has. We probably can shoot the three better than them. We probably can run an offense with more efficiency, and you can see it from its fruition, from start to finish. I think there's a beautiful brand of basketball that people need to come and honor it in the right way by filling the stands.
Beginning November 8th.
November 9th.
November
November 9th, and then November 16th against Auburn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big game. How did you schedule that one?
Well, it was already something that was in the works from when Nikki was here. We couldn't play, obviously, last year because of the pandemic, but we were able to get it back on schedule, so they're coming to town. Sorry. Sorry.
And Iggy, you just, she was, I know she was limping around a little bit last week. You just didn't want to.
There's no need to push it. You know, if anyone's nursing anything that is acute, then I say I'd rather be safe than sorry. And, you know, she is the type of player, when you're a coach, you have to understand your players. And she only knows one speed, and that's all out, balls to the wall, supersonic speed, every single possession. So I have to protect her from herself. So I gave her a taste of it so I could scratch her itch, and now she could sit back, watch the game, and see it from a different perspective.
All right, how is it to have all these athletes on the team when last year you looked down the bench and it was almost no one?
It feels really good to have a lot of athletic people on the team. Not even just athletic, big bodies, Bree, Amaya, Shanti, you know, more posts added. Athletic as in Kay, Iggy. They just add a lot of, just add some competition and just brings more. I mean, it makes it easier for me to rebound, more rebounds for us. So, I mean, it's not one dimensional.
And she doesn't want to have to play the 5. That's really what she wanted to say.
Yes, it's good to have Bree and the other 5, so I don't have to be the 5.
Okay, well, that does it for me. That's good. Do you have
Awesome.
anything?
Yeah, Coach, I have 3 for you.
3 questions? Okay.
So your first one, with this 87-70 victory over CNU, what did you think of the team's performance and execution tonight?
I thought that we did a good job of executing. There was a few times in each quarter where I felt like the plays didn't develop the way that I wanted them to have the end result with the person who I specifically wanted to have the ball, having it in their hands. But outside of that, I think that we did a good job of understanding the importance of spacing, which makes our execution be at an elite level. But if I had to pick out an individual performance, I would say our freshman group as a whole. I was really happy to see them come in the game and not look scared. You know, in practice, they have some pretty tough competition that they face every day. But they came in today, they were engaged, they were competitive, and they finally saw the ball go through the basket. So I'm pleased for that.
And then, secondly, Coach, the team had a total of 11 turnovers at the half and 31 total. How do you plan to get the players to limit those turnovers as the season progresses?
Christopher Newport had 31? Yeah, Christopher Newport had 31 turnovers. Yeah, they had 31 turnovers. We scored 41 points, I believe, off of their 31 turnovers. So that's something I'm proud of. Now, us having 18, we're going to have to work on that right there. Last year, I think we were around 13 turnovers per game. If I can get us in that same range this year with the talent that we have, then we're going to win a lot of ball games.
And then, lastly, what do you think the biggest factor of success was that got the team the win tonight?
I think the biggest factor of success was Mariah Adams. You know, she was kind of coasting along. She hadn't scored a field goal. And then I was able to come into the timeout. After halftime, I had to burn a timeout. And we had a little discussion. You know, I said some kind words to her, very firmly, with a few choice words. And she accepted the challenge, and she came and she woke up. When she woke up, that's when our play went to another level. She is the head of our snake. I don't want anyone to get that twisted in any way, shape, or form. She is going to be our leader. She is the chief out there that are leading the Indians. She is the coach on the floor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I have a question for Brianna and Amari. Amari, you had a dominating performance tonight for an exhibition game, 11 points, going 5 for 9 from the field with 4 steals on the defensive end. How do you look to carry that same intensity into your regular season home opener against South Carolina State next Tuesday?
Just better myself because I'm not satisfied. Tonight, I felt like I left a lot of things on the floor, missed a lot of things I should have. So just going in the gym and working on that things, just getting reps in, and next week or whenever we play South Carolina State, just getting better at those things.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brianna, for your first game as an ODU Monarch, you did phenomenal. You shot 100% from the field and 80% from the free throw line.
Hey.
How do you feel you performed tonight, knowing those statistics, and how do you plan to keep it up?
I think my performance definitely could still use some work. Like Mari said, I feel like I left a little bit on the court. But I'm gonna just keep going hard in practice and listen to what all the coaches tell me.
Thank you. That's all.
Good job, Noah.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you greatly.